Welcome, welcome, welcome to my lovely podcast. I'm going to talk a little bit about YouTube, the great, the wonderful, the magnificent, all encompassing YouTube. Okay, this is what I have found in being a YouTuber, using the YouTube platform that everybody should be aware of. There is a tremendous amount of healing and growing and self development that is taking place on YouTube. There are so many YouTubers who have used this platform to heal themselves, to grow themselves, to develop. And I think that that is something that we all should appreciate and we should all use it because we need it. Now, I know that a lot of people, they feel some type of way about talking about their pain and talking about their struggles. And if you feel some type of way about something that happened to you, rape, molestation, drug abuse, being born addicted to crack, being born as a baby with fetal alcohol syndrome, being abandoned, being left, being adopted, whatever it is, if you feel some type of way about that, then that is a true indication that you need a way to express your feelings, to talk about it, and to heal. Because once you have grown through something, you should be able to talk about it like you were talking about a sports game, like you were talking about a football play. You should be able to use your experience, to show the, the strength that you have, the growth that you've achieved. And you should be able to use that to inspire and encourage other people to fight and to stay strong and to keep the faith. You shouldn't still be ashamed of things that happened 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. You shouldn't still feel that pain like that. I'm 35 years old and I've said it enough. I will continue to say it. My mother was verbally abusive to me when I was a little girl. She was very neglectful, and I think that she probably shouldn't have, most likely shouldn't have been caring for me. Okay? Trying to be nice with this. And when I got older, I asked my father. I had to ask him. I asked him, why didn't you take me from my mother? Now, you know, if someone asks you that question, it must have been pretty, pretty bad. But I'm grown now. I've grown through that. And I see how having a mother that I had has shaped me into the person that I am. I never in a million years thought that I would look at everything that was happening to me the way that I look at it now. Because when you're in the middle of a storm, of course, all you see is the storm. You don't see the rainbow afterwards. And you just see the storm. You just feel the effects of the storm. And you're just trying to protect yourself and cover yourself and make it through the storm or get out of the storm. So you don't see the bigger picture. Well, here I am now with the bigger picture. And if you have been through something traumatic like that, abuse by a parent, sister, sibling, whatever, you should not still be feeling pain 20 and 30 years later. And if you can't, you don't want to, you're not ready to go and get therapy, you must. You have to find a way to talk yourself through that pain, to overcome it. Okay, this is what you're trying to do. You're trying to drive that pain out. You're trying to get rid of it. It's an energy. It's like everything else in this world, all purely energy. You have to do something with that energy. The best thing to do, the ideal thing to do, is to find your passion. Find the thing that you love doing. And that's another thing that I think was really key for me in healing myself, is that I found something that I love to do, something that I wake up doing, something that I can do all day and don't notice that it just changed from daytime to night, something that I could fall asleep doing and just repeat, something that I love to do, my passion. So I don't want to leave that out, because I think that's very important, because usually when I see people who are unhappy in their lives, the biggest problem is that they don't know what they're supposed to be doing. They haven't discovered their passion yet. They're just like going through the motions. It's like they're might be working, they'll do this and then they'll do that, but you never hear them speak about doing something with passion. You know, when you're talking to them and their eyes light up or they start to smile when they talk, and you know that they are really into this thing that they're doing. This is them. They have arrived. You know, so if you can't find that, if you haven't found that yet, you still need to find, and you might even more so need to find a way to release that energy and to reflect on your life and to make it work for you. This, you have to make it work. You know, it's not a good thing. It's a terrible thing. As a matter of fact, it's the thing that has us where we are today. When when you don't take care of these issues and these problems, the person who hurt you was hurt by somebody else. That's the thing. This cycle that we are refusing to break. We're just transferring that pain onto someone else. We're inflicting other people with our pain. And I don't care if you're my mother, because, oh, please believe me, I give my mother some talks. I really do. I gave her a talk today, as a matter of fact. She might be 60 years old, but I tell her all the time, you might want to pick up a hobby or two. You might want to still continue to search for your passion. It's not too late. Don't give up. Fight, fight, fight. I give her these talks. And she has told my grandmother that I act like I'm her mother. Well, hey, look, I'm just looking at the situation and the circumstance, and I'm giving her the best advice that I have for her. And it doesn't matter if it's my mother or my sister or my niece or whoever. It's I'm gonna tell you the same thing. You have to heal yourself. You have to fight for yourself. You have to get in there and find your passion. All of this is about you. But the bigger picture, in the grand scheme of things, it's about the world too. It's about society. We want to live in a world, and I'm going to say this a million more times. We want to live in a world that we have decided we are not going to fight for. We want a peaceful world. We want a crime-free world. We want a loving world. Well, guess what? You are a part of that world. You are a piece in this big puzzle, which is the world. And the best thing that you can do immediately, like right now, is take care of you. If you need to heal, if you have pain, heal yourself. And there are a lot of indicators that you have pain. When other people are happy and they're smiling, you can't be happy and celebrate other people's moment. You look at a person in a relationship, a man, woman, whoever, and you sitting there and I can't wait till they break up. It irks you to see two people in a relationship being happy. There's another woman or man or whoever who is successful. They're living their life. And what do you say? And I was told this by my cousin, as a matter of fact, my cousin who now lives in Texas with her two sons. And I will never forget this as long as I live. You think you better than everybody else. Now, she told me this while I was working at McDonald's. I got up every day at 19 years old and opened up a $1 million store, okay, McDonald's, because I wanted a better life. But According to my cousin, I thought I was better than everybody else. It hurt me at the time. It really hurt me at the time. But I know now that that was about her own pain. It had nothing to do with me. You don't want to be that person. And the thing about it is, she is my father's cousin. So she is older than me. She was supposed to be a role model that I could look up to. And I'm not going to even blame it on the drug addiction. I'm not going to blame that because she is a sensible, level headed person. That was about an issue or some issues that she didn't deal with. You don't want to be that person. And then my sister, when I met Mr. 2012, and I was, I was high and infatuated and fantasizing and dreaming and hoping and getting myself all wound up and swept up in the moment, indulging as I like to do, because it's a high that you get when you meet somebody and it's new and it's fresh, and you can make believe. When I was in that phase, she said to me, "You only get one. You had your one already. You only get one." Oh, so because I've had, well, as far as she knows, she's only seen me with one guy, and that was Rodis. And she knows that, Rodis and I had a very loving relationship. Now, actually, she saw me with two. She saw me with Duro and Rodis. And she that those were loving and committed relationships. So because of her own pain, she tells me, "Oh, you only get one." Don't allow yourself to be the sour puss. Nobody wants to live in the world with you like that. No one is enjoying that attitude and that behavior for you. And to be honest, if you want to be a good person, someone who is loved and respected, you shouldn't want to be that person. That's part of the reason why, I'm so hell bent on being conscious of my thoughts and my actions, controlling my temper, looking deeper inside people and trying to understand their behaviors. Because I want to be a good person. When you want to do something, it's usually not that hard to actually do it, because that's the first process to any and everything. You have to want to do it. If you don't want to be faithful, you're not going to be faithful. If you don't want to be in a relationship, you're not going to be in a relationship. If you don't want to lose weight, you're not going to lose weight. You have to want it. All those other excuses, "Oh, well, I was hurt." That's bull crap. All you have to do is want it. And that's what they tell you in The Secret. That's the secret. You have to want it. You have to visualize yourself in that space. You have to be there, walk into it, accept it. So this is YouTube, okay? This is the place where you can heal yourself, talk yourself and walk yourself through your pain. Connect with other people on this platform who are also going the same journey. They're traveling the same distance. They're walking the same walk. You are not alone. Heal yourself so we can stop all of this transferring of hatred, of pain towards each other. And I'm going to I'm going to be honest with you. I got to tell you right now, I am very sensitive to pain. I do not like pain. If you are around me and you are in pain, your secret is out. I see it. I feel it. It's thick. I know that it's there. And, you know, I don't talk much about, some of the other things that go behind the thoughts and the feelings that go behind some of my choices in men. But I'm going to tell you that pain has a lot to do with it. A lot to do with it. You know, when you need to be healed, when you need to be encouraged, when something is missing, when you're not getting something. And I understand why you're not getting it. Because you're dealing with women who are not conscious. And that's a huge majority of women who have not decided to heal themselves. And now you're not healed and they're not healed and you're going back and forth inflicting pain upon each other. I understand. This is why so many relationships fail. You're not honest with yourself about your pain. You're not honest with yourself about your healing. You're not honest with yourself about your needs. You're not honest with yourself about your wants. And you are not honest with yourself about your desires. And if you're not honest with yourself, you can't be honest with anyone else. You are the common denominator in all of your relationships. Now, I know I'm not married right now, okay, but I've had some really good relationships. And you will find more of my exes than not who tell you, yep, she's A1. Yep, that was my baby. Yep, she was in my corner. Yep, she put it on me. She was down for me. And it's not, putting it on you is not about a sexual thing. It's not. That sex is just the bonus. The put it on you is the mental. That's something that I haven't said. Because when you're in adult entertainment, who really wants to hear that? And, men, I think sometimes they underestimate the abilities of a woman's mind because they are attracted to the physical. So, yeah, you you can leave out the mental part and let him think it's all physical, I guess, sometimes. And then he'll get it one day, eventually. But yeah, um, it's time to be honest and it's time to heal. YouTube is a place where you can do that. And I have decided not to live in shame, to walk in shame, and use YouTube to talk about the things that I have grown through, the things that I have overcame. And there are a lot of things that I have grown through, a lot of situations I have overcame that have made me the strong person that I am today. So think about it. Look around at all the other people like Tanya TKO and Tommy, Tommy Sotomayor. You might think that Tommy is just on YouTube talking about people. Tommy is healing. Tommy is a hurt man. He is a hurt man. And that is one of the main reasons that I am glued to his channel because I can see his pain. I can see it. I don't know what it's going to take for him to finally shake it off, finally break through it. And get out of that place where he's at. I'm going to be honest and tell you though, I think that what he really needs to help him break through that pain is a woman because a woman caused the pain. Ah. But anywho, the process of healing yourself is not a process to be taken lightly. And we have to do it because our world is full of pain and violence. And we are the only ones responsible for this, all of us together. All of us who are not encouraging each other to rid ourselves of pain and to grow. We are all responsible because we are learning from each other. Somebody is always watching, paying attention to what you do and what you say and how you live your life. We are humans. We are a herd people. A herd. We are together. We influence each other. So when we don't raise our standards for ourselves, then, and we sit back and we're nonchalant about things, such as pain and abuse and healing yourself, we're sending the message to other people that we don't need to heal ourselves. So to help other people heal themselves, you have to lead by example and heal yourself. Face your own pain. Fight and work through your own pain. Defeat and overcome your own pain. And tell the story. And that's what I'm encouraging you to do. Because that's what we need to heal our world. All right. See you next time.